Hello everyone, Board Painter Brian here, and today I am doing a video that is going to be a supplies list for the first class that I am going to be teaching on Twitch on January 17th. That is a Sunday, and the start time is probably going to be around 7 p.m. Eastern. So I just want you to be aware of that. Anyways, this is going to be a product list. This is going to give you a general idea of what we will and might be needing to use when we do this paint job. And if you remember correctly, this is the first week. This first week class is painting an ultramarine. While we are going to be painting specifically an ultramarine, it does not mean that you cannot substitute this for a different type of Space Marine chapter, but specifically going to be covering this. And the first thing you're going to need is a Space Marine model. Maybe not this one specific. I mean, not one with a plasma gun specifically, but any type of Space Marine model will probably work. I am going to be covering a whole bunch of different techniques, and hopefully that in doing so, there will be enough covered that you will be able to do pretty much anything you want, at least on a basic level. But this is just a Space Marine I have on hand to show you. I will be priming in white. This guy is partially black because I've been stripping a whole bunch of Space Marine models that a lot of them were painted as Black Templar. So there's not much I can do about the black primer that's on this. But when I cover it with white, it will be. If I cover this guy with white, it will be all white anyways, so you want white. Going on to brushes, you're going to want something that may be older, not so good, and this will be a good brush for doing washes, doing base coats over a large surface area. So when we're doing like the main color, this is a good brush to get in there and get a good base coat on. You may also want a large flat brush if we do any dry brushing. So flat brush like this works very well. You can get smaller ones if you want. I'm going to be showing several different techniques, so you don't have to worry about it. And you're going to also want, at the very least, a brush with a nice tip. Like this one doesn't have to be as expensive as this Winsor & Newton Series 7 brush, but something with a decent tip would be nice. You're also going to want, a palette, a water setup, at least probably 2 water containers set up, one for metallics, one for non-metallics. Some paper towel to wipe your brushes off on, and now we're going to go into a color list of things you want. For the blue, I've got a bunch of things here to show you. But for the blue, you're going to want at least a base coat color, and I'm going to be having ultramarine blue for that. You're going to want a highlight color. We're probably going to be mostly doing edge highlighting. We can do magic blue. I might grab electric blue instead. This is not a guaranteed. These are not guaranteed colors, but it's close to what I'm doing, so to give you an idea. You're going to want some sort of way to shade the model. I have either this is Blue Shade from Vallejo, that's a acrylic wash that they make, or I also have Citadel Dragonhof Nice Shade that can be used, and I'll show you different ways of using this. Or another method you could do is that we could also start with a darker blue and build up, and I will probably show you that as well. So I also want to grab a dark blue like this Imperial Blue. That would probably work as well. And then that's the cover. That covers the blues. Next big part is gold. And here's what I have to show you for gold. What I have here is a dark brown that we probably will either mix into the gold or apply as a layer underneath the gold, just to make it so that the gold paint covers better. And then we need something for a shade. A good shade for gold, if you want the kind of reddish, rich tone to it, is a skin wash. We will be probably applying this very sparingly, just so you are aware. And then for highlights, you need a really bright silver color. This is going to be used to mix into it and stuff. If we do cover regular metallics, a dark silver would also be good, like gunmetal or black metal, something like that, and maybe a black wash. But doing silver metallics is so kind of a generic color, so it's not something I tend to want to cover in this particular case, because we'll be covering it in later things anyways. Other colors you may want to have on hand are a black and a white, pure black, pure white, or as close as you can get. It's not going to hurt anything if the black is a little blue or something in it. Some sort of red and some sort of yellow. For the most part, that's everything you're going to need. You may want to get a way of holding your model outside of just your hands on the model itself. You're going to want a good painting surface to work on, something pretty flat and steady, so that your hands aren't moving around too much. Probably a drink for yourself, and I'd also bring some inquisitive nature, and so you can ask me questions. The wonderful thing about teaching live on Twitch is that I can interact with you and teach you live. So that's what's going to be happening. If you want to come join me, January 17th, that's a Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern time is when we're going to start. I will be teaching the class. I will answer questions as we go, as I feel necessary, and then if there's any questions at the end, I will have a Q&A session. Everything will be posted as a VOD on both Twitch and YouTube, so you can always later go back and watch it on YouTube. And there will be another video for each week, probably released after the class. After the class from the week before. That way you have an entire week to look into supplies and get them if you want to come join me. And those videos will remain on YouTube as well. So thank you, everyone. You all have a wonderful day. I appreciate all your support and help, and I am very happy to try to be doing this sort of teaching for you. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, and I'm excited for it. So everyone have a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend, and I will see you all soon.